Let's do this thing. Woohoo! Hey guys, so you might be asking why, hang on a sec. Pig! I've always wanted to do an El Bundy entrance. Alright, so as you can see, I've got the T7 packed up for a night's camping. You might be wondering why the hell I'm going for a solo camp. I do have my reasons, and one of them is, of course, I need some content for this bloody channel. It's been a long wet summer, and as you can see, tomorrow is the first day of winter, and now we finally have some blue skies. So I want to make the most of it. It's actually a weekday today, it's a Tuesday. And you know what, is it really a solo camp if I bring you guys along? Talking to a camera, it's almost as good as talking to another person, isn't it? One other big reason for this is, as you guys know, I usually camp on the bikes with my wife, Nat, so we share the load of gear. I sort of wanted to get a bit of a setup for myself so that I can go out with mates or by myself if I feel like it, without having to miss out on bringing anything. So it wasn't that sort of much of a big deal to switch from carrying the gear on two bikes to just my bike. I'll go into it a bit more detail when we get to the campsite anyway, but yeah, I had to add a few more things obviously to my setup and slim down what I really don't need, so I got rid of a few unnecessary items. And thirdly, maybe the main reason is to get out of my comfort zone. I've never camped by myself before. Sure, I have slept in a tent by myself before, but always with a group. That's including on a bike, in a car, whatever. So I never camped by myself. I kind of figure going to a paid established campsite for this trip would have been pretty boring. Anyone can do that. So I'm going to wild camp in the bush, just out in the middle of nowhere. So hopefully I don't get eaten by snakes or bears, drop bears or anything like that. You know what, at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. There's women like Itchy Boots, etc., traveling the world by themselves. I mean, she doesn't camp much, but I guess they've sort of acclimatized to it now, so it's not a big deal for them. For a lot of people, I mean, I know a lot of you guys probably get out and camp by yourselves as well, but for me, I've never done it before, so it is a new experience for me, and hopefully it's going to be a positive one. So we'll see, we'll find out together, as always. I got to be honest, it was hard getting myself motivated to do this. We've had sunshine for probably 4 days now, and I've sort of been like, oh, I should go. But today I just said, fuck it, I'm going. If I don't do it, I'm not going to do it. So here I am. So yeah, I've taken the first step anyway. Bike's loaded up, I have all my shit. I'm out here. Just got to find a spot, and yeah. So just so you know, there's probably not going to be a lot of riding action in this video. I'm just going to be getting to camp, setting up. I'll be doing a fair bit of vlogging, talking to you guys. I guess too, if there's any of you guys out there that have been wanting to go solo camping, maybe this will help allay your fears or concerns or whatever. How good, brand new knobby tyres on the adventure bike. So yeah, brand new, he's front and back at the moment. I've been on the bike for few weeks, maybe a month or so now. As you know, being wet, haven't been able to get out for a ride. Anyway, that's enough jibber jabber. We'll get on the bike, go find a camping spot, set up and get ready. It's going to be cold after all that rain we've had. We've now got cold, dry westerly winds coming off the land. So temps have dropped down a bit. It's supposed to be about 11 Celsius tonight, which ain't too bad, but definitely think I'm going to have to get a fire going. All right, let's go. It's actually quite windy out here, as you can probably see. They did say there was like a strong wind warning for the next few days, so I'm definitely not going to be camping under any gum trees or wood air makers or anything like that. So I'm definitely keeping the temperatures down too. Hopefully there ain't too many trees down in the way. So yeah, all the rain that we've had over the last 3 or 4 months, ground very, very soggy. Add some strong wind into that mix afterwards, and obviously the trees start falling down. Oh no, now we're on a track. Is anybody still watching? Oh, 3 of yous. Awesome. These are the best. This kind of looks pretty undisturbed anyway, which is good. Good sign. Oh, except somebody's cleared that. If I'm riding a bit slow for yous, just remember, well, I have to remember that, yeah, I'm out here by myself. It's pretty remote, and you know, I'm on a fully loaded adventure bike. So yeah, I don't particularly want to get stuck out here under the bike or something. So just taking it a bit easy. Fucking hell. Slippery shit. Far out. It's like red clay there. Slippery shit. Far out. Thankfully somebody's cleared these logs. There's still plenty of water around, as you can probably see. Sloppy. Anyway, so yeah, there's a few places that I want to go that are a bit further away from home, and they're going to take probably, they're going to be probably at least 4-day trips. So you know, and that can't get the bloody time off work, so I'm either going to have to do it by myself or with someone else, which is, you know, why it's good to test out my little camping setup here. Make sure I've got everything I need. I mean, you don't really need much for one night. I think, you know, if any of you guys haven't done this before and you're thinking about doing it, you know, depending on where you live, I'd say my main advice would be, you know, when you're deciding where to camp, go one extreme or the other. Go, you know, go to a sort of well-known and, you know, busy campground, proper campground with, you know, with a fair few people around, to be safe, you know, hopefully. But if you're going to go remote, go wild like this, then go wild. Don't, you know, you don't want to be out here in a remote spot and be easy to find for someone who to just, you know, stumble across you. Because, you know, it helps a long way away. You know, unless you're packing an AK-47 or something, then just fucking camp wherever you want. Set up some sentries out the front. I reckon this will do me. I reckon if you're camping, you either got to have a nice hilltop view or be by a body of water. That's my opinion anyway. Camping out the bush, yeah, it's fine. without these things, but yeah, nice views, good, especially when you've got nobody to talk to. Anyway, this is like a dead end sort of trail. It ends just up there, and there is like a bit of a camp looking spot. Looks like somebody camps there. There's some like freshly cut firewood and stuff sitting there. So I'm not as far away from the track as I'd like to be, but obviously I can't go any further over here. It's fairly well screened. I don't think anyone casually driving up here would see me down here. Obviously if there was smoke coming up from a fire, yeah, they would. So the good thing is that's the west, so the wind's sort of blowing from that side, so it's fairly a little bit more sheltered than it would be over the other side, so not quite as windy, but the sun's obviously going to be setting over that way, so hopefully it'll still look nice out here. A couple of beers. Let's get this camp set up. Before I get changed, I just wanted to quickly show you guys my new pants. So for ages and ages I've been wearing stretch denim jeans on the bikes. Even I switched to those yonks ago. Even when we were riding the enduro bikes, I started wearing jeans rather than proper riding pants. I know some of you guys like, you know, the proper riding pants, and that's fine, each to their own, you know, but I love the stretchy jeans. They're so comfy. Yeah, so for ages I've just been wearing cheap Best and Less stretchy denim jeans, you know, which have been good, but a bit skimpy on the protection side. So I've upgraded to Kamini Kevlar. They got Kevlar in the knees and the butt, so they're stretchy jeans. Same, they're just as comfy as the non-padded ones. As with all the Kamini gear, they're really well made. They got the knee armour in there, and inside a zippered pocket that you can easily remove to wash them or whatever. Yeah, it's my first ride in them today, and really, really good. Highly rated. I can't even notice that the armour's there on the knees when I'm riding. I mean, you know, smart people wear knee braces and all that sort of shit, but I think this is better than nothing. I'll tell you guys, another tip too, once you go to pants over the boot, you don't go back. It's just so much more comfortable than having those pants bunching up inside your boots. And the thing is, the good thing about having them stretchy jeans is they hug your boots nice and tight, so you got a lot less chance of them catching on your foot peg when you try to put your foot down. If you've ever had that happen to you and ended up with the bike on top of your leg, very annoying. But yeah, nice tight stretchy jeans, doesn't happen. Anyway, if you're after some Kevlar reinforced jeans, check out zaki.com.au. there'll be a link in the description. Or if you want yourself a nice Kamini jacket, get onto it. Pretty sure there's still a 5% discount code if you use MVDBR at checkout. Not sure if Scott's still got that on there or not, but yeah. We're on a little bit of a slope here, which isn't ideal. You roll out of bed and right off the cliff. GoPro start time lapse. Righto, it's good to have the tent up. Probably another tip I might give you for stealth wild camping is maybe get a tent that's a little bit less conspicuous than this one. Maybe some kind of camo colour. This blue really stands out like dog's balls, but anyway. So just for anyone who's wondering too, this is private property here. So obviously I'm not sure about all the states of Australia, but in Queensland here it's illegal in most places to just wild camp. You've got to go to a designated campground, whether it's a paid one or a free one or whatever. But yeah, this is actually private property. Nobody lives on it, so people sort of just come and go out of it as they please. But yeah, anyway, I reckon it's beer o'clock. I might as well drink them before they get too hot, and I'll get the bed and shit sorted out. So I did manage to jam 4 coldies, 4 tinnies in the Krieger pannier bag, you know, as well as my fairly substantial toolkit and a couple of little cold packs. So yeah, I got 4 beers. You can hear that wind. Whew. It's going to be a cool old night if it doesn't die off. Alright, so I was going to do a bit of a quick rundown of what I've changed between the setup that I have with Nat and just by myself. So usually Nat carries the food and the cooking stuff, as well as her own bedding and everything, and I carry the tent and the tools and everything. So basically I just had to cut down on a few things and try and fit in a bit of food as well as the cooking gear, which was no problem. I've got the cooking gear, food, and about 2 or 3 litres of water in this pannier. These little bags here, you might remember I had them strapped to my crash bars initially. I've actually strapped them onto the Kriegers. They're those Ballard's fender bags. Just gives me a little bit more space on here, and they're good there because I just take the whole lot off at once. So the whole lot comes off as one piece rather than having to take these off the crash bars separately. So yeah, I've got water, a bottle of water in there as well, a rain cover for my tank bag, and this one's got the drone. They're not waterproof, so I wouldn't put the drone in there if it was going to rain or whatever. I didn't bring a hammer. Normally Nat likes to bring a hammer to put the pegs in. It is handy, but the ground being as soft as it is after all that rain, don't need it. You can push them in with the old thongs. I didn't bring the toiletries bag, so I have no soap, no toothbrush, no hairbrush, no sunscreen, but I do have some bug repellent. Yeah, that's about it. Because yeah, just for one night, whenever we bring all that toiletry stuff, I never use it for a 1-night camp anyway. Even for a 2-night camp I don't bother, unless there's showers on the premises. I'll use those, but yeah, it's camping, you don't need to have a shower. Yeah, and the tent and the tarp and all my clothes and some cooking gas and my bug spray, all that stuff goes in my duffel. Anyway, beers are still cold. Winning.
Duh. Winning. I'm sorry. Winning.
Oh yeah, we get the airbed out. As I mentioned in another video, in case anyone missed it, this is a great idea for storing your boots overnight. You know, you just drape them over the seat of your bike. They're hopefully not going to get any bugs crawling in them, and also if it rains the water won't go in them, it'll just hopefully run off. So yeah, if you don't have anywhere in your tent to keep them, mine are a bit pongy anyway, so I think I'll leave them out here. So the old trusty Cedar Summit foam core pillow. Nothing worse than a flat pillow. And of course the Cedar Summit Everlight XT sleeping mat. Bloody good. And thankfully I remembered to bring the stuff sack which pumps it up too. Righto, finally the Cedar Summit Trailhead sleeping bag. I think that's going to be staying zipped up tonight. Keep that zipped up with the bugs and the snakes. Time to set up the old cheapo eBay Helinox knockoff chair, and after that we'll probably get comfy in some tracky ducks and get some firewood happening. So you know, I don't know if you guys like this talking about products and stuff, but you know, some of the stuff that we talk about is, you know, where we get given to us to test out and stuff. As I've mentioned before, if there's anything that we don't like and that's shit, we don't talk about it on the channel, and we don't use it. This is not a sponsored product. These are like a $35 eBay lightweight, as I said, Helinox knockoff chair. You know, we've had these for quite some time. Some of you might have seen, we talked about them ages ago. They're still working, nothing's broken on them. They are bloody awesome. Righto, time to get changed. Trackies, check. beer, check. Camp set up, check. Firewood in a minute. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but where I'm camping is only maybe an hour from home. As the crow flies, it's not that far, but you got to go do a bit of a loop around to get here. So yeah, I didn't go too far, even though it's remote. And also I have phone signal here, so I think that's pretty important as well, just for your own peace of mind. Bugs crawling in my shirt already. Ah! Right, yeah, and I'm going to share my location with the missus too, so yeah, so they know where to start looking if I happen to get bitten by a snake or something and pass out, whatever. So many prickles. You want prickles on your trackies when you're getting in a sleeping bag. So you guys, where I'm camping here, there's no like big trees that are going to fall on me. Yeah, and hopefully I'll be alright to have a small fire just in here. Ideally you don't want to have it underneath trees like that, but everything's very green and wet, and I'd rather do it over in the dirt than in the long grass here, so should be alright. I'll be putting it out before I go to bed anyway, so all good. Alright, I'll go grab a bit more firewood for later on, and yeah, sit back and enjoy a beer, enjoy the view. I might even get the drone out and fly it around. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow it away. Seems like a pain in the ass setting up camp, but really once you're done, it's like, well, what do you do now? So especially when you're by yourself, it's like yeah. Anyway, I'll get the cooking gear out ready. The old goon bag, water bag, still going strong. So yeah, the fire for me is purely for entertainment and warmth, and you know, we've got a little gas cooker that we'll cook the food on and whatever. Anyways, I'll give you the quick tour. So, tent and bike, fireplace spot over there, view out there. It's a fairly steep old drop off this cliff. Hopefully there's no snakes in the grass. Yeah, she's straight down there. Bloody beautiful. Yeah. Of course, got the all important rubbish bag. Don't be a douche, take your shit home with you, please. I know it's only a minority of people that leave their shit lying around, but you know, it's enough to fucking ruin it for people. There's no shortage of firewood around here anyway, that's good. So this is dinner, guys. Campbell's chunky stock pot soup. I'll heat that up on the gas cooker. Got a couple of slices of buttered white bread to have with it. Pretty good for a cool night like tonight, I reckon anyway. Not everybody's cup of tea, I'm sure. Some bit of muesli for the morning, some milk for me coffee, some chicken squashed noodles that have been on another trip with us before. By the feel of that. That's for emergency use only. Cooking pot with all my utensils and gas cooker and everything inside it. Muesli bar. And, oh no. Oh, I guess I won't be having muesli. my plate got munted. Oh well. It's like I'm eating me soup out of the pot too, but that's alright. You might have to try and get some proper Tupperware ones. Unbreakable Tupperware. Righto, let's set up my table. My little table, my little $15 AliExpress table. Crack another coldie. Living the dream. I'm glad you guys are here listening to me talk shit, or else I'd feel weird about talking to myself. I should have brought a bottle of port or something instead of the beers. Yeah, so this is my little table. You've seen it before. It's a piece of shit, but you know, it still works somehow. Usually after a ride, when you get to camp, it's all jammed together and you've got to prise it apart. But, I haven't ridden that far this time, so it's all good. It's kind of a little bit pointless really. It's not high or anything, but it is good to have, you know, a flat surface to cook on. Even though there's no flat ground around here, but it'll do. I'm not going to like go into what's in here. I've done that in another video, so look that up if you're interested. It's 20 past 3, bit early to get. I'll get the fire going at about 4 o'clock, I reckon. I have brought this beanie on pretty much every camp we've been on so far, and this is the first time I've got it out, I think. So yeah, it's getting cool already. It's whew, gonna be a nippy one tonight. Anyway, definitely gonna have to get that fire going.